keys in my hand. I can never understand how never land from a breakup, no.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch, find the range, find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The post tandem, Porter Jr. and Claxton. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And for the Knicks, Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the point. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Now here's Brunson. Anunoby outside. Shot clock at 6. Hart with a screen on Thomas. Top of the key. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Porter passes to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. Misses the wing jab. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Bucket is good.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Here's Demon. Defended by Bridges. Demon, that's good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Towns, the screen. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Claxton. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
So it's New York now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Outside, Towns. Bridges outside. New York needs to get off a shot. Claxton with the steal. Knocked loose and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. That ball's nice speed that time from Brunson.
You know, the very definition of a stretch 4 or 5, whatever position he happens to be playing, Cat can space the floor.
Pass to Claxton. Now Porter. Back to Claxton. Bridges with the steal. Outside, Towns. And Hart has it in the corner. And the dunk by Towns.
Just excellent anticipation by Karl Anthony Towns. You've got to know where that ball is going to come off there.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Claxton. Porter against Hart. And here is Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Great job by Bridges. Get out in front of the defense, get in transition.
Nets trail by 4. Now here's Porter, and Thomas has it in the corner. Outside Williams. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Thomas, no luck.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
the doors with his diverse offensive repertoire. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare.
Absolutely, Kevin, and the reason being, he's right. He's one of the greatest shooting bigs in history, but the man is a great straight-line driver. Good luck checking him.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. For the Knicks, Yabusele, he's checked in for OG Anunoby, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mikal Bridges. Then for the Nets, Mann's checked in for Zaire Williams, and it's Traoré in for Demon. .151 left in the first quarter. Here's Traoré. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Brunson. It's good.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
104 left here in the first quarter. And here is Thomas. After Traoré. Now, Mann sinks the triple.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by New York.
Brunson outside. And Hart has it in the corner. Misses the 3. Nets trail by 5. To the inside. Outside Porter. Here's Traoré. Outside for Thomas. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
Corner pocket, corner 3. Cam Thomas shaking free.
On deep, Brunson buries the long-range jumper.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that does it for the first quarter. New York ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Robinson is out there with Yabusele, and it's McBride in at the point. They're the group New York will start the second with. Latrey. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And it's Porter with the ball for Brooklyn, trailing by 5. And the Knicks, Doris, making some aggressive moves in recent years, loading up for a title run, and they came close.
And Kevin, this after years of patience and methodical building. You give away 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and of course you give away Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to get Karl Anthony Towns. They haven't quite reached the summit, will they?
Now, here's Clarkson. He has yet to score. Now, McBride. Here's Yabusele. Powell pulls it in. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to man. To the paint. Ball stolen. On the wing, Bridges, defended by Man. Bridges dishes to Robinson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Anthony Towns checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's McBride, still without a basket. Anunoby outside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Anunoby. And now a 9-point New York lead. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. Defended by McBride. Back to Claxton. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Traore from outside the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Towns. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Now that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Here's Demon. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside, Towns. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So for the Knicks, Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. And the Nets making a change here as well. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Traore. Brunson the pass to Yabusele. Towns in the corner. Back to Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. Buries it from three-point range. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Well, if we look back at when things began to shift for the Knicks, of course, it started with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I think certainly, Kevin, he is exactly the kind of leader you would want. Is he highly skilled? Of course he is. But he's about the work every day, and he sets the tone for his team. OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Takes the three. And it's Demon missing. New York leading by 14. Clarkson passes to Brunson. Towns kicks to Clarkson. Tries the spin move. Back to Towns. New York moving the ball around. Pocket six. Brunson the pass to Towns. From deep three-point territory. No good from Yabusele. Nets trail by 14. Down low. And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Pass to Yabusele. Towns kicks to Brunson. Anunoby outside. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. Here's Thomas. Here's Demon. That shot off. And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 12. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sideline. Allie?
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Nets trail by 12. And going back a bit, the Nets regaining a lot of their draft pick stores from the Rockets. One of the more interesting trades that we've seen.
Well, they gave away a ton of those picks to acquire James Harden when they believed they had a championship window. And now in recovering them, Brooklyn able to benefit from the draft to try to position themselves for that all-important rebuild.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. The post tandem, Porter Jr. and Claxton. And it's Williams at the 3. Now, here's Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Brunson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. The shot, no good. Good D by Williams. To the middle, here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Thompson with it. Picked up by Claxton. Towns a screen on Thomas. Out to Brunson. And it's off from three-point range. Nets trail by 10. Launches a 3. Thomas, no good. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Hart finds Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Thomas, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Knicks leading by 12. Here's Bridges. Brunson scanning the floor. Towns for 3. Rebound by Williams.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Thomas kicks to Porter. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Brunson. Outside, Towns. New York moving it around. Unloads from 13. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the 3. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by Brooklyn, Anunoby kicks to Towns. Towns a screen on Thomas. Out to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Drops in the tray. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
Porter finds Claxton. Hard against Porter. Here's Demon. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bridges against Thomas. Brunson right side. Here's Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you guys. Playing physical for sure. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Now, here's Hart. Towns sets the pick for Hart. Pass to Towns. Over Thomas. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Bridges.
And 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Deming. And so, Jody Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Towns. Gershon Yabusele comes in for Josh Hart. Clarkson, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Porter finds Powell. Here's Traore. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mann. Defended by Bridges. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so Clarkson will bring it up for New York. 17-point lead, their biggest. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Mitchell Robinson brings a level of toughness on a nightly basis. Love getting inside and seeing him invite the contact.
No good on that one. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks. And he sinks the second. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Traore. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Man in the corner. Stolen by Anunoby. Bridges inside the three-point line. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
And so it's New York closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so here is New York. Yabusele out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Clarkson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Yabusele with it, guarded by Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. McBride's shot is off. Nets trail by 20. Pass to Mann. Here's Traore. Outside Porter. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
and a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Anunoby passes to Clarkson. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Yabusele in the corner. And the three off target. The Nets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Powell feeling it out a bit. That shot misses. Good D by Anunoby. Drives to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And when you watch OG Anunoby, what stands out most to you, Doris?
Oh, Kevin, you can't make me pick just one. I mean, this guy is elite on the defensive end of the floor. He's always going to give you great effort. And you better look out on the offensive end. OG Anunoby is starting to become a problem.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasured trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
And look at how aggressive they were defensively, forcing mistakes and turning those mistakes into points.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And that one falls for Claxton. And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to. Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
Here's McBride. Towns, the pass to Hart. Shoots over man. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nets trail by 18. Here's Traoré. Porter passes to man. From the wing. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Anunoby. Good, and the assist goes to Town. Anunoby's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
Claxton the pass to Porter. Over Hart, and that one's good by Porter.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. For the Knicks, Mikal Bridges checked in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. The Nets also changing it up. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. Thomas comes in for Powell. And Demon subbed in for Traore. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Anunoby kicks to Brunson. Pass to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And it's 13 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Thomas. There's the pick. The kick out to Porter. Lock at 6. Fires from way outside. Williams can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Brunson. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Hart outside. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Towns a screen on Thomas. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 21. Now Claxton. Here's Demon. Claxton a screen on Brunson. It's tipped. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
That free throw missing.
This guy is such a high-effort player. Mikal Bridges does everything he can to make sure he's the hardest-working guy out there.
And the second free throw, good. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jalen Brunson.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Mitchell Robinson unable to get his last shot to go in. Porter passes to Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Pass to Demon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Thomas at the 3. Bridges with some nice defense.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive, it was more defensive. We did a great job. We got the 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We could see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.